Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my review of WWE Survivor Series WarGames, which came live this Saturday of November 26th, streaming exclusively on Peacock. Now, this is the first time ever WarGames has been done in Survivor Series, and with this being the last pay-per-view of the year, Triple H was like, let's end this year of WWE premium live events with a bang. And he sure did. As this show has kicked off with Team Bianca, consisted of Captain Bianca Belair, EST WWE, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Mia Yim, and the returning Becky Lynch facing off against Team Bayley's Dakota Kai, Io Sky, Bayley, Nikki Cross, and Rhea Ripley to kick off the women's War Games match. This match was pretty good, underwhelming at some spots between the match here and there. But as extended as this match has felt, this is a match that I wouldn't go back and watch. It's not like one of my favorites for me to just like rewatch. But they did its job, especially I guess putting like the clash between Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. Those two, they did their thing, and of course, Bianca Belair was putting down her rival Bayley throughout this entire match. You had Io Sky jumping off the cage, doing her thing, moonsaults and all, and you had the match ended with Becky Lynch going for a senton through the table onto Rhea Ripley, and you have the win with this match consisted of 39 minutes and 40 seconds. Next up is a singles match between AJ Styles with the OCs, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, versus Finn Balor with the Judgment Day's Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio. This match was real good. I actually enjoyed the pacing that this match had. A little bumpy at certain spots. You couldn't really tell if Finn Balor tweaked his ankle because it looked like he was injured there for a second, but he's okay. It's all good. AJ Styles, he did his thing by trying to give the gift of defeat to Finn Balor there. Of course, he had interference from Judgment Day and the OC. They were fighting from the outside to the crowd to get out of there. And then you had the last several minutes of brawling between AJ Styles and Finn Balor to see who won up each other there. And you had AJ Styles going for the calf killer. And turns out Finn Balor outsmarted AJ Styles by escaping that, and AJ Styles finally wins after delivering the phenomenal forearm to Finn Balor, making this his first PLE win in a while. I'm not sure if it's his first. Someone can correct me that in the comment section down below. But yes, he has finally made a victory for premium live events this year. So this match has lasted 18 minutes and 25 seconds with AJ Styles victorious. Third is Ronda Rousey with Shayna Baszler against Shotzi. I was not into this match as I thought I would be. It wasn't as good. Some spots looked sloppy from Ronda Rousey. I thought Shotzi did her best in this match, as much as I'm not really a fan of hers. But the singles match for WWE SmackDown Women's Championship was whatever. I thought this was the weaker match in the show. But yes, it was 7 minutes and 15 seconds with Ronda Rousey winning by submission. Moving on, we have Austin Theories versus Bobby Lashley versus Seth freaking Rollins for the WWE United States Championship. This match was fun. Just fast pace, like you couldn't really tell like who was going to win. between the two, and I say the two only between Austin Theory or Seth Rollins. Bobby Lashley, I just expected him as this kind of guy in a car crash kind of match. It would have been fun to see Mustafa Ali in this match just because he's just been involved in this feud of, just trying to go right after the United States champion Seth Rollins. I thought that would have added more to the match if we could have just had him as the fourth participant in this match. He would have fit very well. But it is what it is. Austin Theory tried to outsmart Seth Rollins as much as he could have with a bunch of maneuvers that he pulled off. Bobby Lashley was going on a rampage at the match, to be expected after he lost his matchup with Brock Lesnar at Saudi Arabia's Crown Jewel. And then Seth Rollins was going to go for a curb stomp. Then he stopped to think for himself, okay, how do I want to do this? So he steps over Austin Theory, delivers the curb stomp on to Bobby Lashley, throws out Austin Theory after getting attacked just to go for the pin at first. So those two are scrambling. Then Austin Theory was going to go for his, slingshot kind of like move over the ropes. But then here comes Bobby Lashley, gets up. He's going to set up for the stalling suplex. And then he gets speared. Doesn't get really speared. Sorry. It's one of those kind of matches that you have to look back and just watch. But as far as what I remember, it was Seth Rollins going for a Falcon Arrow suplex into the Falcon Arrow. Once he's going to do that, Bobby Lashley was going to go for the spear. So he spears Seth Rollins. Turns out, luckily, Austin Theory gets the pinfall onto Seth Rollins as your new WWE United States Championship. With this match consisted of 14 minutes and 50 seconds. Unexpected end to the match, but nonetheless creative. Here you have the Bloodline. Roman Reigns, the head of the table. Or should I say the Tribal Chief. Sami Zayn, the Honorary Uce. The Enforcer, Solo Sikoa. And the Usos, with Paul Heyman, up against the Brawling Brutes, Sheamus, Ridge Holland, and Butch, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens in the men's WarGames match as your main event. The storytelling in this match was some of the best I have ever seen in my days watching wrestling. Sami had to show how much the Bloodline meant to him, and there was no better way to do that than to take out his lifelong friend. Everything was just beautifully done, from Sami's emotion when him and Kevin had to square up, to the way Sami held Kevin's lifeless body like he was a newborn baby after delivering that low blow below the belt and haluva kick. Finally having Jay embrace Sami like that at the end was truly icing on the cake. Not only did Sami prove himself to the Bloodline, but he also showed them that he truly is a member of the family. I just hope everyone is realizing what we are witnessing right now and acknowledge one of the greatest wrestling storylines, not only in the modern era, but of all time. And, because people can disagree with me all they want, the comments down below. That's fine. We all have our opinions. But that's just how I truly feel about the storytelling of this match, man. As for the exchange, I gotta get between this between Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens. So as soon as I saw Kevin Owens threw the first punch to Roman Reigns, that sounded nasty. Because when he threw it, it sounded like something went wrong. Now, just looking at Roman Reigns' facial expressions as he went to the corner, it looked like his eardrum was busted or something. Because there was a rumor going on that Roman Reigns was pissed off backstage after he got hit with the right hook from Kevin Owens to his like eardrum. So he was contemplating intensely, and he did not want to lash out on Kevin Owens. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Just from that being said, and yes, you had Jey Uso going for the splash off the top rope onto Kevin Owens. 1, 2, 3, Bloodline reign supreme, and the War Games match. This match has lasted 38 minutes and 30 seconds. Not one of the most brutal kind of like War Games matches, but this is the kind of War Games match that I would just like replay and stuff like that as like my highlight of the week so far. And yes, that concludes WWE Survivor Series War Games. This was a good pay-per-view, premium live event, excuse me. And I would have to give this a rating, and if I was to give this a rating out of 10 stars, I would personally just give it like an 8 out of 10. What really brings it down for me, and what doesn't like give its 9 out of 10, is that SmackDown Women's Championship match between Ronda Rousey and Shotzi Blackheart. Other than that, I thought everything else was great on its own. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys thought about WWE Survivor Series War Games. This is my review of Survivor Series War Games. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.